Looks like we are live on YouTube. Are we live on Facebook? Not quite. It's getting ready. Yes, we are live on Facebook. Good morning. Today is the last day of 2025. My name is David, and I wanted to share a few thoughts with you about today, the last day of the year, as we uh, put in terminate 2025 and look forward to great things that will happen in 2026. And I actually titled the um, video today, Did You Meet Your Expectations in 2025? And now's a little bit too late. Well, you are very late. It's never too late. You're very late in asking that question now and getting ready to uh, turn the engines on again. Probably Monday morning will be the busiest first day of 2026. I wanted to share with you a quotation from my friend Barbara Weltman in her um, daily posting that she does, uh, Big Ideas for Small Business. And if you don't see that, I highly recommend that you do. I've been reading it for 17, 18 years. At any rate, Barbara says, today is the time to close the books on 2025 and get ready for 2026. The year is ending with inflation coming down, low unemployment, and lower gas prices. Uh, Typically, I would not necessarily agree with those statements, but coming from Barbara, I absolutely will. She is she has the inside on many aspects of how businesses operate. And Barbara continues, although the prospect of a recession is looming for many small businesses, this has been a good year, and there is optimism for the coming year. And Barbara ends with a quotation by Frank Sinatra, who actually uh, crooned, "The best is yet to come." That may or may not be the case. I was doing some reading. At first, I decided to share with you the most read articles, blogs, activity, whatever, and I decided against that. I did read quite a few of emails that I receive on a daily basis, but what I wanted to share um, first, I was reading a story, uh, Build Your Capacity for Strategic Thinking with these questions. I'll share with you the questions, and it just came to mind that I'm going to go beyond that. But it's a tale as old as the time. The individual contributor. Oh, this is from Smart Brief, and the article. The author is Amber Johnson. There's no information about Amber. I'm not sure who she is, but at any rate, she says in her opening paragraph, it's a tale as old as time. The individual contributor gets promoted at, because he's good at his job, accounting, engineering, or marketing, for example. Now he's managing a functional area. Excuse me. And when you talk about managing, that brings into a whole set of additional considerations. But she addresses the 7 skills of people with a strategic mindset. And I can't overemphasize how important it is today to be able to think strategically particularly when it comes to business. Um, and the challenges of small business are probably greater than they have ever been in the uh, 55 years that I've been publishing and producing about small business. Uh, Technology has taken us uh, to new realms, and I've never seen anything as uh, powerful impact on the marketplace as artificial intelligence, AI. Um, if you are in business or in a business entity or anything in life, any phase in life really, if you need to understand what aspect of AI is best for you in moving your life forward or moving your business forward. Not everything is right for everybody. There are many, and as far as AI technology goes, uh, there are millions of choices. Next week, I'm going to share a graphic that I just saw of all the things that a small business must think about and what um, free the free AI application is. Uh, it's a fast-moving industry. I have chosen personally, for strategic reasons, to use Google's Gemini AI in the final phases of things that I'm doing and writing. Um, Basically, because for the last 18 years, 17 years, I have uh, produced over 3,000 hours of YouTubes of entrepreneurship, business big and small, marketing and sales value trust. Those have been my topics. And in doing so, there is all of my content, or 99% of my video and publishing content uh, are on uh, is on Google servers, YouTube servers, somewhere in cyberspace. So when a question is asked about business, and certainly in AI, as I'm going to show you in a second, um, and you ask it in Google, there's a good chance that Google is going to search for information that I have presented because, for whatever reason, they created a special algorithm for me 10 years ago. They sent it, they sent me an email saying that henceforth, now and forever, I would be known, my algorithm would be David F. SmallBizDavid Leopold. And I didn't totally understand why 10 years ago that they actually did that. Why did they pick me? Other than the fact I was doing uh, very organic, straightforward, direct marketing, which I have always done. And they were essentially recognizing it and pulling all the information together at the algorithm they created for me. But I now understand, uh, 10 years later, that it was going to be very significant. It is very significant for me as I develop the SmallBizDavid AI bot. So if you go to do a very traditional Google search, uh, everybody probably on the face of the planet has done a Google search, uh, or parents of children have done it for them. Uh, but if you, next time you do a Google search, if you go to the AI mode, which is their Gemini technology, and you ask the question, what would SmallBizDavid AI bot say about, and you fill in the blank with the question that you have. the bot will then go into the Google database and take information from my past and overlay uh, uh, a artificial intelligence, and then create uh, a document, a PDF. And I urge you to try it out. And the first time that you use it, it will be complimentary. Starting in 2026, it will be reachable by subscription only. And for a $99 subscription, an individual like yourself will have an opportunity to leave a voicemail on this telephone. Although don't try it today because somehow the line died overnight. I had to get it checked out. I can get it downstairs, but I can't hear it up here. You can call that number, and that number is 513 533 0280. 513 533 0280. And you leave a voicemail about a question that you, any question essentially. You'll get better answers with if it's got a marketing and sales strategic attitude about it, because that's my expertise. That's what I've been doing. But you will get what the SmallBizDavid AI bot found pertinent to your question, and it's been a lot of fun developing that. It was a natural thing for me to do. And if you were listening, if you saw YouTube that I did last week, I actually asked a similar question in another AI technology environment, one that I actually pay a small monthly fee to subscribe to myself. I don't use it. I use it as a supplement or a backup, what have you, but I actually asked the question in much the same way I would ask Google search the question, and I got actually a more detailed answer using this new environment, which ties into Chat GPT, and that's a good place to tie into. So it was very interesting to me to ask the question and get a readout that was very, very detailed. And they had to look at YouTubes that I have done, because some of the things that were said in this PDF file, uh, they would. I've only said, I don't say them a lot, and I've said it in a YouTube that I did maybe 5 or 10 years ago. Who knows? But it's been a very exciting thing for me. One of the things that I was able to finally pull together in 2025. 2025 for me was the most productive publishing and producing year I have ever had in my entire life, in terms of output and new things and things that were done. It was the biggest year I've ever had, and it was fitting and proper that the final thing was the development of SmallBizDavid AI bot, and I'm very, very excited about it. If I might digress for a moment and share with you an honor that I got just a couple weeks ago. I was invited to participate, to be a part of the marquee Who's Who in America. It's an annual book, as well as a very, very dynamic online tool. And when I say dynamic online tool, I can change it daily. hourly. I will be using that capability to produce ongoing YouTubes that will be published inside my biography at Who's Who in America. Truly, and I'm humbled by the honor. They had to do a lot of searching to find out the things that they were, the questions that were being asked of me in the audition interview that I had. You have to go through a half-hour audition where questions are asked to see if you will be included in a publication that's been published for 130 years. Amazing. And there's been 1.6 million folks who have been recognized in those 130 years. And I'm indeed honored to be one of them. So that's going to be a big thing happening in 2026 for me. But getting back to the story I read in Smart Brief, 7 skills of people with a strategic mindset. There are 7 skill sets often associated with strategic thinking or capacity: future-oriented perspective, systems thinking, prioritization and trade-offs, pattern recognition and insight, strategic communication, data-informed decision-making, comfort with ambiguity. These are defined, and as I was reading them, I was going to share a thought or two about them with you. I decided that next week I am going to have a closed webinar, so to speak. People will be invited to come in, listen to a conversation about the 7 skills of people with a strategic mindset and ask questions. I love the challenge of a question to take you to your next step, whatever that might be. And so if you would like to attend it, and I'll probably, it's not going to be a Zoom meeting, that I can tell you. I've been an unhappy Zoom subscriber 3 different times in my life, and I wasn't getting good customer service, customer care, and so I canceled 3 different times. But it'll be a Google Meet, private Google Meet. I trust Google technology. I've been using it for a long time and trust it implicitly. And will make the decision at the completion if I want to actually upload that to YouTube. It would all depend upon the nature of the conversations and the questions being asked and the privacy that the individual wanted in asking the question. So if you would like to participate in this webinar, and I'm going to, it's the first time that I'm doing something like this. I'm going to limit it to 25 folks only. And so if you want to be one of those 25 folks, and by the way, if you commit to coming and you can't come for whatever reason, I will be able to send you a link to that conversation so that you can actually see what you missed. But if you would like to participate, or you have a friend or a follower that you think should participate, please send an email to dleopold@davidsbarter.com, dleopold@davidsbarter.com, and I'll hold your place, 25 only. And I'm very excited about it because it's the first time I've done this, and it's something I've always wanted to do. And I've got a great topic: build your capacity for strategic thinking with these questions, the questions that you must ask of yourself and be able to provide a strategic answer. If you want to take business, uh, your business entity to its next level, you must come to grips with the strategic thinking. Okay, a few last things I wanted to share. Um, in the reading that I have done in recent days, I read every day something in WebMD and AARP, an article about health and wellness, typically health, um, targeted to baby boomers, folks my age. Uh, I actually, baby boomer is defined as one who was born between the years of 1946 and 1964. And because I was born in 1949, I was born in the third year of baby boomerism. And a proud baby boomer I am. But in WebMD, which daily NARP, I get good information. It was obviously caught my eye in a statement that they were making about prostate cancer. Uh, Prostate cancer is a common diagnosis for men over the age of 65, is how they define it. Um, I'll read this and share a personal experience. Almost 299,000 men were diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2024. I was diagnosed with prostate cancer 11 years ago. And that's when I got the first diagnosis, the first read, the first PSA, and it uh, had to be in my body longer than that because prostate cancer typically is a very slow progressing cancer. Although in my case, it accelerated very quickly, and we had to take quick action with it. But the reason that, well, it'll become obvious here in a second. Screening for prostate cancer is available, and there are effective treatment options. Yes. Um, my comment right now, my editorial comment is absolutely a male should think about getting their first PSA, prostate specific antigen blood test at age 50. Don't wait till you are 65 because there are things that can be done. And the earlier it is detected, the more effective those treatments are going to be for sure. And I told my sons who are 38 and 37 that uh, I will take them to a blood lab if necessary to get their first PSA at age 40, not wait till 50, because the fact that I have had it, uh, my father probably had it. We don't know and we'll never know. But he probably had it based upon a statement I remember hearing when I was probably 10 years old, a long time ago. Uh, so my sons will get they'll get an earlier read, their PSA, very simple blood test. Uh, I've had actually now um, because I uh, have had prostate cancer and actually had my prostate removed 11 years ago, 10, 11 or 10 years ago, and have been on hormone replacement therapy because there still are PSA, prostate specific antigen in my body. And I go and get a blood read every month. And my therapy is 4 times a year. I get an injection, a hormone injection, and every day I take a pill. So I'm under a pretty heavy duty um, hormone therapy, hormone replacement therapy program. But well, the good news in 2025, I saw the lowest amount of, I didn't see it, but I saw the results of a blood test, the lowest amount of PSA that I have known in my body. I saw it in 2025, uh, just actually about 4 months ago, 5 months ago. So that's a good thing. Detection and treatment. Your doctor can detect prostate cancer through a blood test, looking for specific antigens. They can also check for prostate issues during your annual physical. Is actually at my first Medicare physical when I turned 65. Uh, Medicare requires that you have an annual physical, typically around your birthday. It was at that first physical that a blood test, a blood panel was ordered, and included was a PSA. And that was the first time that we had seen evidence of PSA in my body, because we weren't looking for it before. Uh, it's never too early to look for it, although at age 40, it probably doesn't become a problem with folks. The earliest is probably 50, but I want extra protection for my sons. So there are surgical operation options as well as radiation and chemotherapy. Um, uh, I had well, mine was so bad that the prostate had to come out, and in the hormone replacement therapy, my oncologist gave me 3 options: chemotherapy, radiology, or injections, like I'm doing. And after we talked about the downsides of chemotherapy and radiation, I opted to go into the hormone replacement therapy. And if I had to do it over again, I would make the same decision. Although it's it's been amazing how my body has changed. Well, bottom line, what you are doing when you are trying to eradicate um, uh, prostate specific antigen is you are starving um, testosterone uh, manufactured in the male body, because PSA resides in testosterone. So I've been starving my testosterone that they're probably non-existent. Well, there still has to be a little bit there because I still have some PSA, but not very much. But it's I'm blessed to still be able to share ideas and share information about it. So moving on, I did want to talk a little bit about uh, Project 10,000 and what we are looking forward to in 2026. Uh, Project 10,000 was actually, I didn't know it 50 years ago, but it's been a culmination of all the things that I have done for the last 50 plus years. Uh, Best case scenarios, taking the best of what I've done and taking it to its next level, whatever that might be. And I actually started the whole process about, well, not about, I started it in 2020, uh, the day after I was permanently laid off as an exercise instructor at the YMCA up the road because of the pandemic. And uh, I went home the next day and I bought a domain. I bought the domain name mylegacystory.com, and I was going to then now write, publish, produce whatever might be my legacy story. And then it's been an ongoing process for 5 years. And Project 10,000 became a part of the story. I probably about 18 months ago. I started to build a concept and what it should look like, and tested and researched and did all those things to make it meet my expectations. And as soon as it satisfied me, then I was going to take the opportunity to share the experience with other folks. So the mission of Project 10,000 is to digitally publish and produce 10,000 stories, marketing and sales value trust stories. They will be 19-minute conversations on YouTube, uh, with Facebook Live, as we are doing right now. Facebook Live will be in the background. And uh, I will publish 10,000 of those stories, and we'll go through a process of who those 10,000 should be. But the process will very much begin with you going to Google search uh, in AI mode, which is their Gemini technology. Ask, what would Small Biz David say about whatever your question might be. That's a good place to start. Or uh, call the phone uh, directly. Yeah, I did give you the numbers: 533 513 533 0280. 513-533-0280. You can dial that number and leave your question, and that's also a good way to get the process started. In addition to publishing those 10,000 marketing sales value trust stories, uh, a system has been created that it's an 8-day program, 8 days of things happening in any of the 387 metropolitan statistical areas, MSAs, that there are in the United States, the market being where you live. I live in the Cincinnati MSA. Um, I'm sure you probably know. Not all areas will have an MSA. There are definitions, population, et cetera, et cetera. But uh, in any of the 387 that Wikipedia defines as an MSA, they will have the ability to uh, take advantage of the 8-day system that I have developed. And I will be looking for corporate collaborative partners in any of those 387 markets. If you know of someone, and tell them what a great idea it would be to get involved with Project 10,000, and they in fact do make their investment commitment, I will pay you based upon their investment on a 8-day program. I will pay you $2,500 finder's fee for bringing that business entity collaborative partner to me. So that would be something for you to look for. Actually, I should probably make it $2,600 to go with 2026. It's done. I could actually make it. No, I don't want. I don't want to make it 2026. I'll make it $2,600 as a finder's fee. If someone that you share with me become a part of Project 10,000, you will get a finder's fee. How much fun would that be? What these collaborative partners themselves will get on 2 successive Saturdays, they will be a co-host with me on my Every Saturday is Small Business Saturday YouTube broadcast. They will become a part of that, and their value trust story will be told in those 2 successive Saturdays. In between those 2 Saturdays, the collaborative partner will choose, if they so desire, 25 companies or business entities that they will have their marketing sales value trust story told. So they will become the sponsor, if you will, of 25 additional stories for the investment that they make in the system. If you have any questions about that, call the phone, call the hotline, call SmallBizDavid A.I bot. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I actually mentioned it. When you leave your voicemail, you will absolutely get a returned text message. I call it the next steps text. It'll be a text message. So give me leave a good number to get a text message back to you. And it'll define your next steps, what you should do, an answer to your question. So let's have some fun with that. Business entities in their local markets will have their set value, marketing sales value trust stories digitally published and produced, and they will sponsor 25 other ones. SmallBizDavid AI bot will personally guarantee that during one of those 8-day system programs, there will be more than 175,000 customer care touch points. I will personally guarantee that at least 175,000 customer care touch points will be established. So that then, if you turn it around a little bit, I don't know, I think for 42 cents, um, that individual will get, the collaborative partner will get uh, a touch point, a customer touch point. Working the customer care touch points as they should will enhance the customer care lifetime value of each one of those customers. So for the investment they make, it will not take much at all. Very early on, they will receive a return on their investment very quickly in the program. Very excited about that. I talked about the fun of, I said $2,500 fund fee, but it's $2,600. Let's make that change right now. And I told you about the phone line. I told you about our mission, 10,000 only subscribers to the Small Biz AI bot monthly voicemail system. I'll only take 10,000 folks into that system, and inaugural subscription for 2026 is $99 for the entire year. That is unheard of in today's AI world. $99 for the entire year. And as I said, your first call in 2025 is complimentary, so you can understand how the system works. Uh, I will only produce 10,000 marketing sales value trust stories, 10,000 only. They will be 19 minutes in length. And the really neat part about that is that you will be given the YouTube URL that is created to be able to use for your own marketing and sales purposes as you would use it. Uh, that actually is going to be done the second Saturday in January. A friend has stated an interest in being a part of every Saturday, a Small Business Saturday. So that's going to happen on January 10th. So each one of those 10,000 stories is an investment of $750. There, uh, I will make, if anybody is very serious about uh, uh, publishing and producing your marketing sales value trust story, and I will determine the seriousness, obviously. I will show you how to uh, generate that $750 in somebody else's money, not necessarily your own. Or you can certainly invest your own, whatever. So think about that. And as I said, there are 387 only uh, marketing sales value trust systems with collaborative business entities available. That's going to be it. That's going to be the end. This is going to be the end of 2025. It's been a great year. It's been a great year. And I want to thank the um, thousands, thousands of folks that have spent time with us uh, in any of the YouTube broadcasts that we do. Oh, by the way, the YouTube channel is youtube.com uh, / at David F. Leopold. Very easy. youtube.com / at David F. Leopold. So thank you, all of you. Thank you for your time. And as always, I've showed you how, if you have questions about anything that I have said or questions about something I haven't said, you certainly can call the voicemail line or send me an email. And I will be anybody that takes your time to leave a voicemail, send an email. Uh, I promise you that you will get a response from me. I can't always promise that it's going to be timely. Uh, to that point, uh, the system, it's an old landline phone system, and it only takes 60 voicemails at a time. So I'm pretty sure the mailbox will fill up pretty quickly. Try back again in a couple hours if you were unsuccessful, because daily, obviously, I will be responding to the voicemails that come in, or certainly send an email that way. I'll see you soon. I'll see you next time. Uh, Please, I hope that your families and friends, anybody, uh, find much health, happiness, prosperity, and purpose in 2026. Enjoy your time and have fun. And we'll see you soon.